welcome to Інтерклас. Вітаю вас в Інтеркласі. Let's learn some English. Давайте вивчати англійську. And today, we continue reading an adventure novel by Jules Gabriel Verne, Around the World in 80 Days. І сьогодні ми продовжуємо читати пригодницький роман Жюль Верна «Навколо світу за 80 днів». But in the first chapter there may be some words that you may not know. Але у четвертому розділі можуть бути слова, які ви не знаєте. Let's learn them. Давайте їх вивчимо. Now let's look at the words that we may see in this chapter. Wake up – прокидатись. Way – шлях. Travel – подорожувати. Storm – шторм. Signal – сигнал. Circus – цирк. Passenger – пасажир. Pay – платити. Arrive – прибувати. Wake up, way, travel, storm, signal, circus, passenger, pay, arrive. Well, now you are ready to start reading and listening to this story. Тож тепер ви готові почати читати і слухати цю історію. Enjoy it and be attentive. Насолоджуйтесь і будьте уважними.
Later, Passepartout wakes up. He goes onto the Carnatic and the ship leaves. But Fogg and Mrs. Aouda aren't with him. The 7th of November. Next morning, Fogg and Mrs. Aouda go to get on the Carnatic, but it isn't there. Fix arrives.
The Carnatic's on its way to Japan,
He says.
and the next ship to Yokohama leaves next week.
Where's Passepartout? Asks Mrs. Aouda.
I don't know,
Says Fogg.
but we must go on without him. We must find another ship.
Fogg finds a small ship, the Tankadere, to go to Shanghai. There, they can get a big ship to Yokohama.
Can I go with you?
Asks Fix.
Of course.
Fogg answers. The Tankadere travels through storms. And at last arrives near Shanghai. Suddenly, they see a big ship in front of them. It's on its way to Yokohama.
Signal to that ship.
Says Fogg. The 13th of November. Passepartout arrives in Yokohama, but he has no money. He leaves the Carnatic and finds work in Mr. Batulka's circus.
Mr. Batulka's circus. Leaving for America tomorrow.
I can go to America with the circus.
He thinks. The 14th of November. Fogg, Mrs. Aouda and Fix get on the big ship, and a week later they arrive in Japan. The Carnatic is in Yokohama. Fogg and Mrs. Aouda go on to the Carnatic. They find Passepartout's name in the book of passengers' names, but they can't find Passepartout. Their ship leaves for San Francisco in a few hours. Before they leave, Fogg goes to the circus. Passepartout sees him there.
Mr. Fogg!
He says happily. Fogg wants to take Passepartout with him, but first he must pay Mr. Batulcar. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Fogg, Passepartout, and Mrs. Aouda go on to the American ship. Fix follows them.
After finishing reading the fourth chapter, you have some tasks. Після прочитання 4-го розділу ви маєте деякі завдання. I want to see how you understood this story. Я хочу побачити, як ви зрозуміли цю історію. Be attentive. Будьте уважні. Use the words from balloons to write the sentences about the fourth chapter. Використовуйте слова з повітряних куль, щоб написати речення про 4-ту главу. Про 4-й розділ. For example, gets the Carnatic to Japan. Passepartout gets the Carnatic to Japan. Fogg, Miss Aouda and Fix all go to Yokohama on another ship. Passepartout find work in a circus. Passepartout finds work in the circus. Fogg sees Passepartout at the circus. Fogg sees Passepartout at the circus. Passepartout leaves the circus with Fogg. Passepartout leaves the circus with Fogg. And finally, Fogg, Mrs. Aouda, Passepartout and Fix go by ship to America. Fogg, Mrs. Aouda, Passepartout and Fix go by ship to America. Find the words in the railway. Знайдіть слова. The first word is wake up. Also, there is such word as storm, and here is circus, a signal. Next is travel, here go passenger, here goes passenger, and finally pay. Write the words into the gaps. Впишіть слова у пропуски. For example, Passepartout wakes up and goes onto the Carnatic. Fogg Fix and Mrs. Aouda, travel to China on a small ship. There are bad as they go from India to China. There are bad storms. They to a big ship. They signal to a big ship. Mr. Bottle Car has a circus. Fog, Mr. Bottle Car some money. Pace, and finally, Passepartout's name is on the list of on the Carnatic, on the list of passengers. Well done, you worked hard today. But that's all, it's time to finish our lesson and have some rest. See you in a week, take care and goodbye.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexey and this is Teen Time with Interklас. Actually today we are going to talk about money. As early as 9000 BC, both grain and cattle were used as money or a barter. For example, ancient China, Africa and India used cowrie shells. Later people used banknotes, and more information in the following video presentation how money has changed today. Let's talk about the first money. As early as 9000 before Christ, both grain and cattle were used as money or as barter. For example, ancient China, Africa and India used cowrie shells. But after that, paper money was introduced in Song Dynasty China during the 11th century. The development of the banknote began in the 7th century with local issues of paper currency. So, the first European banknotes were issued by Stockholm's Banco, a predecessor of the Bank of Sweden, in 1661. This replaced the copper plates being used instead as a means of payment. Specifically, it's thought that a dollar is called a buck thanks to a deer. One of the earliest references of this was in 1748, about 44 years before the first US dollar was minted, where there is a reference to the exchange rate for a cask of whiskey traded to Native Americans being $5, referring to deer skins. At this time, a buck skin was a common medium of exchange. Once the US dollar was officially introduced after the passing of the Coinage Act of 1792, it quickly became the leading item used as a medium of exchange. But the term buck stuck around, and by the mid-19th century was being used as a slang term for the dollar. This video presentation is going to boost your vocabulary. Moreover, you will learn some new words. A cash dispenser or a deposit. Watch it attentively and try to boost your knowledge about money in English. Money vocabulary. Let's take a look with you at the main words you can use to describe money. So what is the vocabulary you need to talk about money? Cash dispenser. And of course, the following word is withdraw money, banknote, coin, currency, exchange rate, donate money, and deposit. If you look at this vocabulary, you will see that these words are really important to describe money. Now look at them and try to repeat again. Now your task is another one. You have to look at the vocabulary and try to translate it. If you remember all words, you can easily do it. Moreover, these words are the same as the words in the previous slide. So do your best to translate all the words. Okay, well done, great job. You've done a lot of words today, and let's go. Now we have to match the words with their definition. For example, automated teller machine is called cash dispenser. When you take money from a bank account, it's called withdraw. Give money especially to charity is called donate. And the money used in a country is currency. Actually, you know the official currency in the UK is pound sterling. Why is it called so? More information in the following video. Money in the UK. The British currency is the pound sterling. The sign for the pound is pound sign. We have both coins and banknotes. There is some uncertainty as to the origin of the term pound sterling. Some sources say it dates back to Anglo-Saxon times, when coins called sterlings were minted from silver, and 240 of these sterlings weighed 1 pound. And now we go on to another story about money in Britain. This story tells that there are other references, including Oxford English Dictionary, that talks about money in Britain. Currency coins are 1 penny, 2 pence, 5 pence, 10 pence, 20 pence, 50 pence, and 1 pound and 2 pounds. Current banknotes are the 5 pound note, the 10 pound note, the 20 pound note, and the 50 pound note. Okay, you have done a lot of work today. You know the origin of money, boost your vocabulary and have some information about English money. Have successful English classes, take care, and goodbye!